So tonight, almost $125,000 raised in less than 24 hours for the family of a young woman who was hit and killed in a crosswalk by a Seattle police cruiser. That happened Monday night. According to the GoFundMe page, that woman was just 23 years old and getting her master's degree in Seattle. Over the last 2 days, we've kept a close eye on this story, trying to figure out how something like this could happen. So good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Rose.
And I'm Hannah Kim. Fox 13 News reporter A.J. Janival has been working to get answers on how a tragedy like this can happen. He is live at the location of the crash. So, A.J., what have you learned?
And as you mentioned, this is where that incident happened, and this time of day is what it would have looked like on Monday night when that tragedy occurred. When you look down Dexter Avenue North, you can see it's a straight shot for several blocks. Now, I'm standing right at that intersection, and as cars go past, as people make their way across, they will slow down. Now, there are a lot of questions that still remain in this case, but we were able to find out a few new details today.
A Seattle police officer with more than 3 years' experience working for the department hit and killed a 23-year-old woman Monday night as the officer responded to a Priority 1 call. The victim, Janavi Kandula, crossed this intersection around 8 at night.
Seattle police told me on Wednesday that the officer drove northbound on Dexter Avenue North. So we wanted to see what that would look like. So we're taking that same exact route at the same exact time.
As we approached where the crash happened, the bright reflection of our headlights on the crosswalk signs made the intersection visible from 2 blocks away. The crossroads of Dexter Avenue North and Thomas Street is also lit by a street light. But as you approach the intersection, construction on the side of the road does partially obstruct view of the sidewalk. I asked Seattle police if the responding officer had their lights and sirens on and asked how fast they were driving. SPD told me they can't answer that question right now. I also asked to speak to Seattle Police Chief Adrian Diaz about this deadly crash. SPD told me no, because this is an ongoing investigation and there are no new details to release. Kandula's death is affecting so many. In less than 24 hours, thousands of people donated to a GoFundMe, raising more than $120,000. The GoFundMe says Kandula was getting her master's at Northeastern University in Seattle. On Tuesday night, I spoke to a student from Northeastern University who was leaving candles at the scene of the accident. On Wednesday, the university told me they are deeply saddened by the tragic loss. Seattle Mayor Bruce Harrell echoed that sentiment, telling me in a statement the city will do what it can to prevent this from happening again.
So I want to talk about that Priority 1 call. It was an overdose call, and I asked why that would be considered a Priority 1. I spoke with officials with Seattle 911, a department that is no longer under the Seattle Police Department. And what they tell me is they work with Seattle Fire when calls come in to determine Priority 1 or not. But in this case, an overdose call, officials with Seattle 911 say because of the violent nature that sometimes happens when they revive someone that has overdosed, that will be a Priority 1 call that brings both Seattle Fire and Seattle Police. Reporting live in Seattle, I'm A.J. Janival for Fox 13 News.